already forced hers, but making her way into the core. Can she stay alive? No. No, no, no. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I've got more ATN action for you, and this one comes out of the NACC. Week 5 of it, where they faced off against Aphelion. Now, we know they came off that previous loss against MCES, so we're waiting to see if they can rise back up the ladder or if Aphelion are going to knock them down. Stay tuned. And I mean, we're talking like now. We get to find this out now. So get your predictions in quickly, because I'm going to end them. We've got Alec kicking it off for Aphelion, and Alec is coming in. Taking a quick look with the zap. Oh, he's got an Inferno Drag. So we've got the 2 lightning spells, so we'll likely take out an Air Sweeper here. I'm ending the submissions now. That's it. Your chance is over to get in those points. So yes, indeed, we do wind up taking out an Air Sweeper here. So working those Inferno Drags through, though he hasn't gotten the Scatter Shot down. This is a wide spread that is going to filter out. King and Queen are going to keep them corralled inside the base, but this is wider than you typically see. And that's because we've got the blimp sailing across, so it's going to go into the Town Hall compartment, bringing him through. And we do have the Skellies to actually distract the Scatter Shot, so it helps out. And we get the spread coming back in for these Inferno Drags. Warden's already used that ability to keep the blimp safely through, but not working together with the Inferno Drags, working towards the Town Hall and the outside Inferno Drags. King still going strong, and the Queen, she's got her ability left over. Plus we've got the Royal Champion, though. Whoa. The Town Hall did not go down. That blimp was not successful. So it's a good thing we've got the Inferno Drags and the Warden here to try and help keep it under cover, though he might need to bring in the Royal Champion to cinch the deal, and he knows this. They are getting shredded apart by the Giga Inferno, so it's up to the Royal Champ to secure this 2-star here. It might not be enough to finish the job because he's got no more spells to hold off the back-end defenses. Queen's already burned through her ability. Royal Champ with her seeking shield and regenerative health is just enough to get through that Town Hall, get it taken down, but not through the poison bomb. Queen down for the count. Unicorn not enough to give her more life in this. King still going, but not for long with that super low health. Wizard Tower will knock him down along with the multi-targeting Inferno. And with that, MACC coming in and holding a defense for the start of this war, putting ATN in a possibly good position to start off in a 1-star lead here, though. The percentage that we're seeing coming in is going to be good. We've got the minions down for cleanup, and we've got 43 seconds left to go. Yes, they'll be subject to the Warden Tower and the air defense, but we've got a little bit more where we are with the cannon here. So we're looking at a 92% in the end. Alec, not too shabby, considering this could turn around and put them in a very, very good spot if we come down to percentage differential. How many subs do I have? I actually try not to talk about that. It's just a personal preference because I've seen some people use it more as a competition, and I don't like that mentality. I'm not competing against anybody else. And really, it's all subjective. I have very generous donators who gift out subs, and I have people who may not be able to afford subs, but tune in. So for me, it's something I don't like to put out there. But to each your own. To anybody who does, that's their thing. But for me personally, that's why I don't do it. So we've got the Blizzard coming in. It's like $8,310. Cam coming in with the 10 gifted subs. You get some sub love in the chat. Thank you so much, Cam. It is very generous of you. So we have Boom with a successful Blizzard that came through, and he hangs on to 2 extra invisibility spells, though we do have the Scatter that we have to worry about in the core. King looking to pick off this Town Hall here. Perfect swap for him. We're seeing this a lot more, something that Gaku originally started. We've got the Royal Champ sneaking her way in. We want the multi to go down, and we want that single targeting Inferno to go down. Queen's wrapping her way around the outskirts of the base, but can she make her way in? I mean, yeah, we've got that wall break open and her ability. It might be just enough. with this invisibility spell to get her to take on that scatter shot here. Royal Champ sneaking her way through. We have a freeze, but is she going to have enough health? Nope. She's not going to take down that scatter in the center of the base. So we need to see some Lalopathing moving through. Because we've already brought in the blimp for the blizzard, we don't have what would be ideal, like a stone slammer to tank for it. So this warden ability is going to be huge on the timing to ensure that the loons, as they spread out and try and work their way in, are able to be safe through the damage. Drops the haste to sneak it in there quickly. Pops off that warden ability. Spares them coming through, not only from that scatter shot, but from the damage from the eagle. And he sails his way through into the back end of the base with some reinforcement of loons for the back end defenses. Working their way along, this brings the loons collectively together to finish off the last remaining defenses we have standing. That archer tower and 2 ground bows, which do nothing. But you want to make sure that they get to that archer tower first. So freezing it up is a good thing in case they don't. Absolutely stunning start for ATN on this one. We've got Boom dropping the 3-star and looking to secure a starting lead position with a 1-star lead against Aphelion. GG, Boom. Oh, he does make it look so easy. Okay, so Sammy coming in. Ooh, we've got some log launcher action, but bringing it through with the Super P.E.K.K.A. smash. So Giant set to help protect the queen just a little bit on the approach, giving her a little room to breathe. You can see the damage she's taking on, being very patient before dropping these healers, making sure that there's nothing that could possibly target them and that he has the opportunity to drop in a Coco Loon. Beautiful so far with the first wall break open. We do have a second wall break open, but what we really need to do is try and work our way inside the base. We do have a jump, so either way, we're going to be fine. Oh, we've got that bottom side of the base open. Is this going to be for the king to work his way through, take on the town hall? We still have the log launcher. I mean, jumps, wall breaks, log launchers. I don't know. Does he really need them? His log launcher, as long as it's protected, can do a ton of work, clearing out a path and opening up those walls. King working along the outskirts. We are going to see him moseying his way through that opening. It's even funneled down here at the bottom, removing that structure to ensure that the king takes the bait and moves his way inside that compartment. Ooh, healer's getting picked off by the multi and nothing really going for it. Where did this queen go? She's on the she's back on the outskirts, not inside the base. So we need to pick it off. He does drop the freeze to give this a little bit more opportunity. And we do have the jump place for the back end where we need to get to the scatter shot. So with the hound, CC popping, a little bit of cleanup, keeps the queen distracted, but the P.E.K.K.A.s move on. Problem is, he needs to get this town hall taken down, freezes it up. P.E.K.K.A.s are right there. Loon goes in, and with the combination of a P.E.K.K.A., he knocks it down. He is going to lose a lot here, but he's got the queen and the royal champ both reserved with their abilities. So this is huge for the back end. Hanging on to this queen ability, who is full health and has all the healers alive to work through, is going to secure Sammy what he needs to pick up the 3-star and try and keep some pressure on ATN. Though they're down for the count on star right now, they do have a really nice percentage in from their 2-star that they got. 52 seconds left to go. Time definitely not a concern on this one. With the power he has left over, including that king and the yak. Oh my goodness. Sammy cruising through, dropping the trip. Super, super easy on this one. An absolutely stunning plan. Restriction section here. Not that you're allowed to post URLs. I'll take a look, whatever, man. Yeah, I'll take a look. But like I said, I want to contact them personally and make sure. No, New York's not been closed down. We've actually just recently, as of the beginning of June, as of May, mid-May, they lifted the mask mandates and social distancing clauses if you're vaccinated, which you don't have to prove. So we'll see what happens. We will see what happens in this state in the next couple of months, especially after Memorial Day, where people were gathering together. So we've got masks coming in with the Queen Charge Lalo. I saw he had a beautiful one in the previous match for WHFI. Queen getting hung up in that tornado trap, has to force the ability. This is not ideal. Oh, wait. Oh, sorry. No, he drops the invisibility spell. Drops the invisibility spell. Okay, good idea. And that actually pulls the hound away from her over to the king so she can work her way. This is a really smart move. And she reserves her ability as she makes her way into the court. So that is huge. 200 IQ move there to keep that queen alive and get out of a sticky situation. Yes, the hound is going to come back. And unfortunately, we do not get the town hall taken down by the king. So what is going to be our next approach to take this on? Is he going to bring in the royal champ? There's far too much. There's far too many defenses. So he's going to have to start in with the loons. Or the Stone Slammer. Okay, so Stone Slammer coming in, sends in a couple of test loons to pick up any possible traps. We've got the Warden starting off here. Stone Slammer's going to take the lead. This means Warden ability used early. Queen's already forced hers, but making her way into the court. Can she stay alive? No. No. Not through that firing of the eagle. That completely wipes her out. And with an early Warden ability, he's got to play his cards right with the last remaining spells that he has left and the Royal Champion. Royal Champion's already down, working underneath those loons to hop over those walls as they sail overhead, taking on the majority of the air targeting defenses. She'll only take on the damage from the ground, which is still quite a bit. Loon's still making some nice work and nice passage, but not for long as those multis shred them to bits. The problem is we expected more out of the queen. We expected more out of the king, and we did not quite get that. Alec is holding a very, very strong defense for his team on this one. Let's see what MACC can do as far as percentage goes to try and turn this one back around. But this is what we were talking about from the start. With those 92%, it can situate you perfectly to try and hold an early lead. Oh, defending RC just absolutely knocks out that Inferno Drag. So no dice on that one. 87% we're at, and it doesn't look like we're going to pick up any more for this. So Aphelion with a nice defense that holds them strong. But can they capitalize off of this and bring in another 3-star? Antibodies for the virus from the vaccination. So I have to find out if I'm in that 25% or not. Otherwise, it was like for nothing. So we've got Nachoa coming in with the Queen Charge Lalo. Invisibility spell, it looks like, will be used possibly for the Royal Champ, though we do occasionally see it used for the Queen to help out, particularly if you don't get what you need. It can be a good backup there. King to pick up the Eagle compartment. We have the Yeti down, helping to set this funnel here. And we'll see the Queen charging through, trying to pick up the scatter shot deeper inside the base, opening up that wall break. And again, we have the jump, so we can get a lot of value. If she moves in through this compartment, wraps her way around, and a jump place will pick up that scatter shot and the multi-targeting Inferno, help take down the Clan Castle troops and defending AQ. This is a beautiful position for the Queen to come in from, should he be able to get this value. We've got that multi, though, frying up those healers. If they get targeted by the scatter shot, that's like one shot and they're done. Let's see the position. The Queen should take the lead over the healers so that the loon knocks some damage. They get a little bit of splash from that. Oh my goodness, these poor healers. That Coco loon that's used to protect them could have done some nasty work to them. But again, it's a scatter shot that we want to watch out for. These pups looking to try and pick them off one by one, but a minion comes in, helps spare them as the Queen quickly works through along with that poison. Got the jump down and set. Scatter shot's firing away, but it goes for the Royal Champion. She helps distract it as she sneaks her way in. This is a very smart move here, securing that goes down, keeping the healer safe so the Queen can get huge value, because look at the jump placement. With the Royal Champ knocking that down, that means the Queen can pick up the multi-targeting Inferno and the Town Hall. Oh, this is absolutely lovely. We don't even worry about the queen. Nachoa, knowing he runs the risk of time here, drops his Lalo, and he, of course, brought the headhunters to help swiftly take her down. This works beautifully. Queen has gotten a ton of value with this charge coming through for that back-end scatter. Queen is working her way along, taking care of some of the defenses, so the Loon Passage can work solely on that focus, heading straight towards the scatter shot. Absolutely stunning here. We've got one more remaining freeze that he can use to hold up the Wizard Tower combination. Because it is splash, it will quickly knock them out. But he's got a lot left over for this. And even though we're running down on time, it is not an issue. Queen ability is still intact. 2 extra loons. We've got some super swag coming in from Nachoa. And he's putting Aphelion in a very, very strong position now because they command the percent lead. So ATN will need to pick up the 3-star in order to try and continue forward and see if they can find a little bit of a break from Aphelion. And more often than not, you'll hear us say something like hero dive just to make it a little bit more PC. But really what it means is you're sacrificing your heroes. You expect to get a certain value out of them, but no more. We're like a queen charge. You expect to keep your heroes alive. That's why you invest those healers. So when you do a Sui, hero dive, sacrificial attack, you are not bringing healers. You might bring some golems or something, like just to tank for them, but that's what it means. So we've got Ast, who's dropped down the Zapquake already. Oh, connecting some beautiful passage for the heroes to actually capitalize off of Royal Champ, picking up just a little bit more value. Is it going to be enough to take down that Eagle? Not looking like it. Queen, working her way along, has already burned through the ability, so it doesn't look like we're going to get these super minions down. But Ast has a poison and a plan. So we're going to pull it to a nice dark corner with a loon, drop them in the poison, and drop down that baby drag to ensure they get taken down. We get most of the value, though we do have a couple of outlying Teslas that we have to worry about for Lalo pathing that will push him back in. Blimp is going to be secured to take on the town hall here. Baby drag working his way along, taking care of the cleanup, which is nice, including those storages. And we're talking about things that you have to worry about early on, like this, that can really run you down on time. Warden, with that early ability, helps the blimp sail across, make its way through into the town hall chamber. So if it picks up any traps along the way, it works its way in. Did you see that air sweeper that just pushed it right through, got it in place? Did it push it too far back? Doesn't look like it. Looks like sneaky goblins are down, doing what they're supposed to do, picking up the town hall. As the loons spread out, we still got a haste and a freeze to get through some of the remaining defenses, but they're going fast. Just need the loons to completely avoid the poison bomb. They're going around the outskirts, but still cutting their way in. Get in that haste, get around, take it down. That air defense is on like super low health, so he freezes it up, but we still have an archer tower to worry about. Oh my goodness, that warden is hanging on by a lifeline, and it's this archer tower that easily could do in all these plans. Oh no, just a couple of loons. If he spared like 2 loons, this could be a different result, but I am worried now with the warden. And there's no Electro Owl to chain off of this, help it out. Warden is just out of range, but as you can see, in order to get the Archer Tower, he is going to have to step slightly in range of it. He's looking to distract, gets a Sneaky Goblin down, but there's not even going to be enough time to get it done. Oh, hold on, the Electro Owl is there. It is there, but there's still not enough time. Oh my goodness. Ast getting held back. On time with this one with a 98% 2-star. Wow. Maz has got to be ecstatic holding this kind of defense. He just broke the streak for Ast, who has gone perfect since the qualifiers. This dude has like a perfect hit rate. They went berserk and lifted all our restrictions. I'll let one go. So we got Bien coming in. At this point, Aphelion, no, they're in a good spot. They're in a really good spot. They've got a 1-star lead, a 1-star lead at this point, and they can keep it going strong. And they've got percent lead in their favor. So coming in with a queen charge to start off with, shaping up the path needed to bring in the Super P.E.K.K.A. Smash. In order to do these style of attacks, funneling is critical, and often they get, and I'll say it even sometimes with air quotes, the spam style attacks, they get mixed up with true spam attacks. The spray, we call them the spray and pray attacks, where you just like drop your finger down, spread it across, set it and forget it. And these type of attacks, you cannot function this way. You need to set a good funnel from both sides in order to get your P.E.K.K.As, your super wizards, inside the base where you expect them to go. Though we have been seeing variations, which we saw yesterday, of this, using the queen to charge her way through the base to avoid things like the town hall, and using the P.E.K.K.A., the super wizards, and the king along the outskirts with no healers on them. But typically you're limiting any splash damage that would come through. Now, sometimes we can see this working along, coming back together and working, but we are seeing some variations to it. So with the king pushing to the outer edge, we've got the P.E.K.K.As that are naturally going to gravitate, working with the king. King on the outside of the ring, P.E.K.K.As wizards on the inner portion of the ring to reach over to the inside as the queen does work her way along. But he's had to force the ability early and has not quite made his way yet to the town hall. So he's going to need to be very patient. This is why we have not seen the royal champ dropped yet. With a lot of these approaches, you have to think, what happens if I don't get what I needed to? This is a huge investment. Your queen needs to pick this up. So Royal Champ is going to be the only other option. 2 freezes are now reserved. We have the scatter shots here that we have to worry about holding it off. So he is going to have to hold those freezes, but they won't reach as far as taking on that town hall. Might even need to consider raging her up to ensure this. Drops that rage. Doesn't drop the freeze yet. Still has this ability. Freezes up the town hall. Going to have to consider freezing up the scatter shot here too. Holds the town hall off. And that one final blow. Look at that. Look at that. Hanging on by a thread. Can he sneak? Can he sneak something in to go for it? He brings in a baby dragon, but it's on the wrong side. Picks up traps, and that's not going to do it. Wizard not going to make its way in either, and it would get targeted way too fast. This is a huge turnaround and defense for ATN. Boom, dropping that ring style base. These anti 2-star bases that can often lead to 1-stars. And getting ATN the room they need to breathe. This is huge. If you had that invisibility spell, that is a huge back pocket item there that we see coming in clutch. Hi, Gar. How are you? So we got Vala coming in with the drag bat. Ice Golem to do some tanking for the heroes early on here. So he's looking to pick up a lot of value shaping up this path here with them. We obviously want to get through the single targeting Inferno, get to the scatter shot, and let's see how far back we can get. Because I'm curious to see if we can get the queen as far as taking down the scatter shot here at 3 o'clock. Drag path set with a drop of the E-Dragon. I like the use of E-Drags because you can pick up some really nice chain value. You just have to look and see what's around. But you can see how much he's looking to clear out of this path for the dragons to work their way in. And of course, we've got the blimp that's going to sail through, take on the town hall once we get the dragons clearing out some of the path and lining it up. Ward ability will ensure that it gets there safely, though. So Queen makes her way, takes down the defending RC, but uses her ability. So it's going to be the Royal Champ that needs to come in, cut across, take on that back end scatter shot. Absolutely lovely with this blimp. Gets it exactly where it needs to be. Dragons will actually spread out down the bottom side of the base. Typically, we want to see them going to the core, to the middle. Seeky Goblins finally take that down. Problem is, we don't want them pushing through the poison bomb. Let's see if we can get a few working into the center. Oh, excuse me. We've got the bats. How have I forgotten about the bats at this point? Working their way into the core of the base, holding off that multi-targeting Inferno. That could quickly pick them off. We still have some back-end splash damage to worry about, that wizard tower. So they are going to be knocked down. Let's see. There's a lot of dragons left over to come in and help finish us off, even if the bats can't. But they take care of a good percentage of the cleanup. We've got the minions down on the opposite side early on. Plus, look at the super OP archer coming in, picking off that storage so it doesn't wind up in a time fail. 58 seconds left to go. Seems like a lot of time, but when you have so many storages to work through and the potential of traps on the outer edge of the base, you do worry, and you need to make sure you have something taking it down so you don't wind up with a % time fail and having it come to another like 98, 99%. But that's not going to be the deal here. Vala absolutely planned this one through and through. And we pick up the 3-star. And this puts ATN in a very solid spot. Are my stats actually not keeping up with this? What the heck? Because we're at 10 stars now. There we go. Mid to high 70s to very low 80s. Use my code in the item shop. Thanks so much, RX person. Thank you, thank you. Did you end up getting the gold pass? Do you like the new skin? The Jungle Queen, the Medusa. So we've got Maz coming in with the Super Witches. When in doubt, Super Witch it out. This is a very strong strategy that we see in a lot of final attacks because it is OP. It is a plan that is a good failsafe because it's so strong. Typically, more times than not, the only reason you would ever fail is due to time or user error if you don't get your funnel set properly. But even with that, we've seen them recover considerably. So setting up a beautiful path, you can see the placement of the wall breaks, which is ensuring that he does get this funnel the way he wants it to go. We've got a king working. Witches haven't quite pathed their way around, but with the king working there with those witches, they'll reach over the wall to what the king can't. And the main pack, the super witches, the queen, the healers, and the blimp all sailing through into the center of the base together. But ideally what we want to see is the blimp just getting into the core and the witches and the queen working around the outer perimeter to pick those off. That's over on the opposite side of the wall, inside the core of the base. So gets that blimp in. It's not down though. It is not down. Too much damage. And all those builders helping to hold it back up. Freezes it up, but he didn't freeze up all the builders. They're going to continue to regenerate it. So that means we got to sneak the royal champ in. Super Witches have made their way in. They've beaten their way, it looks like, through the base to get to it. But that means they may indeed pass through the poison bomb, though that wall that's spread out there kind of keeps them naturally gravitating around it. They just might come into slight position of the outer perimeter, that outer edge. Queen still has her ability. Where have we sent in the Royal Champ? Royal Champ came in from about that 1 o'clock side of the base, working inside the core. Queen's ability is not going to be enough to keep this one strong, especially with the Royal Champ now down for the count. Has to force his ability now, trying to get through the scatter, and there won't be enough time. One final strong defense with these ring bases, these anti-2-star bases that comes in from ATN, and it holds off the legendary Maz here. And this certainly secures a win this week, week 5 of NACC. Should Yo-Yo get that safe 2-star? I mean, at this point, he's got to get that safe 2-star to make it happen. And it's all good in the hood. GG Maz. 8th-handed Warden. Oh my goodness. Okay, so Yo-Yo just needs a safe 2-star here for his team. Though I think he'd probably want to finish it up in style. Pick up that 3-star. Got the wall break in for the queen. And king working along freezes up that single targeting inferno, allowing the queen safer passage to work through. Now the queen has to round the corner here. He's hanging on to this ability as long as possible. And look how close he is with this queen. This is lovely. This is a man who knows how much damage this queen can take on, and he's thought it out. This shows the pro level of ATN, knowing that his queen can withstand all that without having to drop another freeze and holding on to that queen ability. So we do have the headhunters that come out, have to pull them to the side, get them through the poison. So drop a couple of the minions to the outer edge, drop a baby dragon down, and he doesn't bother with the poison, which makes me think he wants to hold it for possible air traps or hero if needed. Oh, that baby dragon just getting it taken down. Oof. Yo-Yo. These guys. They know what they can get away with. So we've got the hounds taking cover for the air defense as the loons make their way in. Stone Slammer working its way into the core. We need to see those loons situating in for the multi-targeting inferno. We, of course, have the dragon to help push its way through and ideally take on the queen, but we still have Headhunter to help take her down through that Warden ability. So the timing here is critical. That Ice Hound was lovely, holding off that scatter shot on the approach, but obviously not for long. Drops the freeze, but those hasted loons did not work their way in time. Warden ability here, beautiful, because it does keep those loons nice and safe. Gets that haste down, but the loons don't split where we need to see them to go. So he drops another final freeze. And just with that, the loons make their way through over top. And Yo-Yo is smooth sailing on this one. And I guess he gets to swag this poison spell. Absolutely not needed. Even though he's got the splash damage from the wizard tower on this back end, nothing is stopping this one. 38 seconds left to go. We do, of course, have the storage in the core. Oh, come on, dragon. Come on, dragon. Okay, so we have this poison. Might need to drop it for the pups. Okay? He does not swag it, and this is huge because we've got the hound, we've got the pups to worry about, and we don't want to worry about a time fail issue. He wants to pick up the 3-star here. So again, another pro move there, holding onto that poison. And with that, Yo-Yo secures the 3-star, leaving ATN 13-11. This 2-star victory can help them quite a bit for week 5 now, coming back up the ranks in the ladder board with their loss against MCES in week 4. So ATN coming in clutch with that win and holding off a phenomenal team. Aphelion has been making waves in the NACC, and we've been seeing them do phenomenal work in a bunch of other leagues as well, and doing great work actually during the pre-qualifiers for the World Championship. So to be able to hold back a team like this with a 1-star defense is just, it shows a caliber of ATN's base building. But we do know that this team, Aphelion, is really a great team, and they can do phenomenal work. We saw the plans there, just a few hiccups that happened. And you know what? Let's be honest. It happens to the best of them. We've even seen Yo-Yo come in with a 1-star. It's all about how you try and recover it. But sometimes it's a no-go, depending on who you're going up against. And we can't forget, these are the world champions. So I hope you enjoyed the war. Don't forget to leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Let me know what you thought of this war and some of the other things that you want to see. I know you guys see me streaming a lot of ATN, and that's because they are my team. That's why you get to see a lot of these guys playing. My schedule might be a little bit limited as far as streams go. So that means my content will probably be even more focused on ATM, but I will try and find some ways to get you some new and fresh content, including from my broadcasting through NACC, as we have our weekly broadcasts and bringing you some of the best attacks that come through it. But that's about it for now. Until next time, this is Lady B. I'll catch you guys later.